What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today's episode, we're heading back to the junkyard. Now what we're looking for today is 2002 to 2004 Acura RSX parts. I'm looking for an engine wiring harness and also an ECU, and I believe they got two CB7 Accords I haven't seen before. So I'm looking for a rear driver's side door molding from Matthew up in Michigan. And also I'm on the lookout for 2003 to 2007 Honda Accord throttle bodies, since those are driven by cable and not drive-by-wire throttle. So let's go ahead and see what this yard has to offer. 2002 Acura RSX base model, Eternal Blue Pearl. Looks like I got a seat here chilling on the ground. Interior's really been ravaged through. Gauge cluster, steering wheel, carpet, seats are gone. And I can see right there in the passenger side, ECU's been snatched. AC radio is gone as well. And sadly, it's an automatic. Let's go ahead and check the front. And the entire front of the car has been raised up on tires. Engine is dropped down to the ground. Transmission is gone. And it looks like the engine wiring harness is gone as well. I am looking for the engine wiring harness and the ECU from an 02 to 04 Acura RSX base model. All right, this RSX doesn't have any parts of value for me, so let's continue on. 2006 Acura RL in charcoal gray. Let's go ahead and check those front calipers. And driver's side front caliper is missing. I guess it's standard protocol for these workers to yank off the calipers before it goes in the yard, so it is what it is, and you know those calipers are worth something. All right, center of the junkyard rows right here, as you can see, a lot of empty spaces. Now what they do for processing is with this Corolla and this Nissan Maxima, and you know, the Acura TL over there, what they do is they actually take the forklift and they peel the roof skin back. And what they'll do is they'll pack it up with like miscellaneous metal parts, and they'll basically put it in the crusher and they'll add some weight to it. So it's basically a strategy of what these salvage yards do in order to consolidate some of their, I guess, waste on the ground from miscellaneous engine parts, subframes, whatever it may be. So they basically just peel that roof back like a banana, pack it in there, and then it goes to the car crusher and it adds some weight for the metal. 1993 CB7 Accord sedan, looks to be in black color. Front bumper is still intact. Looks like it's got the EX lower lip on it. However, the front bumper does look like it's seen better days. A lot of cracking action, overspray, gouges on the plastic, so I'm definitely gonna pass on this bumper because this yard is very expensive for front bumper covers, just a little FYI. And this CB7 actually has aftermarket chrome wheel arches. This was big styling back in the 90s. However, this does have the OEM sunroof visor right here. I'm not sure if this is the exact one for CB7. It just depends on how the overlap is with the distance between the roof rails and this rubber piece. Okay, window control is gone. However, the door lever is still there. And this is a 5-speed. Check that out. Radio's gone, AC's gone, gauge cluster's gone, can't tell you how many miles. Now guys, take a look on the floor right here. This is pretty crazy. This is loop carpet from a home right here. So I don't know if their original carpet wore out or if they just want to get more fancy, but I've never seen this before in a CB7 home carpet. Oh yeah, this carries the back seat as well. And they got some aftermarket floor mats. But just look at the texture of that carpet right there. That's pretty crazy. It's almost like a 70-ish or something like that. It's almost like something from the 1970s. Because back in the 70s, they build these crazy vans and they'd have shag carpet inside them. But yeah, never seen this before in a CB7. And the quarter panel has a little bit of damage right there. And you got the EX alloy wheels. Looks like it did have a rear spoiler. Someone pulled that off already. An honor roll student at Potomac View Elementary. And the passenger side is intact for the most part. But look at this car. I mean, almost all the clear coat's gone. So it leads me to believe this is probably a repaint. Can't even open the passenger side door, sorry guys. Okay, taking a closer look at the sunroof visor. This is the incorrect one for CB7. See how much of an overlap gets close to that roof rail right there? This rubber piece should be closer to the sunroof itself. So this is from another model Honda right here. Okay, now take a look at this rear molding on the driver's side. I took pictures of this thing and sent them over to Matthew up in Michigan, see if he wants this. I see just a small crack right there, but it looks like someone actually painted this molding right here. So otherwise you're gonna need to strip off the paint in order to make this thing presentable. So I'm waiting for a response with him, see if he wants me to pull this or not, but we'll go ahead and check some other cars in the meantime. Rest in peace CB7 EX sedan. All right, now the best way to identify from a 2003 to 2007 Honda Accord which throttle bodies are drive-by-wire or throttle cable is the taillights. Now this is the later generation. It's got the triangular LED lights right there. So this Accord right here is the facelift version. So I think this is 06, 07. And if you take a look on the throttle body right here, right there's your electrical connector down there for your drive-by-wire throttle. So you don't want this when you're doing a K24 swap. Okay, so now we've seen the drive-by-wire version. I'm gonna go ahead to an earlier version of Accord and show you what the throttle cable one looks like. And this Accord right here is the earlier version. This is the one you're looking for. It's got the uglier UFO taillights, I call it. These things were never attractive. So let me go ahead and show you the throttle body in this one. Okay, obviously this one's got a K24, and here's the throttle body. Now I don't know if you can see back there where my finger's at, but there's some springs and some cables, and basically it's connected to the throttle cable on the gas pedal, and that basically opens and closes the butterfly valve inside here. So this is the throttle body you want if you're doing a K24 swap. 2005 Honda Accord in black. Looks like it's got 9802 wheels. Maybe some front end collision work right there. Now what I'm looking for in the early generation of this Accord is the throttle body, because this is basically driven by cable and not drive-by-wire. So as you can see right here, you got throttle cables. But I'm just looking at the condition of this thing. Got a little bit of surface rust. I'm gonna be very picky because there's a lot of Accords in this yard. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking. A lot of corrosion right there. I wish I could see the miles on this car. Hopefully I can find something with under 100,000 miles, but you just don't know. Anyways, we'll go ahead and keep checking some other Accords here because there's plenty of them in the yard. 2004 Acura RSX base model in black. Front end is stripped down. Engine is almost down to the bare block. And of course, wiring harness is gone. Surprisingly, transmission's still there. Driver's side door is yanked. Now it looks like this one had a leather interior option. Now back in the day when you're buying a base model RSX, it was an option to get leather interior, otherwise it was cloth. Oh wow, check that out. Dashboard is gone. And of course the ECU is gone as well. And we got some heavy rear end quarter panel collision right there. It's probably what sent this car to the yard, sadly. And of course privacy cover is gone. Those are hot commodities, by the way. And the passenger side door is gone as well. This thing's being picked apart pretty cleanly right now. All right, no parts of value on this Acura RSX for me, so rest in peace RSX. We'll continue our journey. 2002 Acura RSX base model, and I believe a bronze color. I can't remember the exact name for this one. Looks like it did have a rear spoiler. Someone yanked that thing off. I can't even open the hatch here because his bumper's out of the way. Let's check the inside here. Okay, this one does have the leather interior option. Steering wheel is gone. Sadly, it's an automatic transmission. Aftermarket Alpine radio, it looks like. There was an aftermarket alarm with that alarm light right there. Passenger side appears to be unwrecked. It's got some aftermarket door visors. And the ECU has been snatched. Now check out this Alpine head unit. I'm not familiar with this model. Looks like it's an IXA W404. It's a double DIN unit. There's your Alpine remote control right down below. All right, passenger fenders missing, headlights, front bumper and the grille assembly, along with the driver's side as well. However, engine is fully intact with the harness, but I think I'm gonna leave this harness behind because I like to get a 5-speed. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some empty pigtails right here, and I don't want that in the engine bay. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this harness behind. I'm just gonna wait to find a 5-speed. We were close, but no cigar. Okay, I'm not gonna grab any parts off this Acura RSX since it's an automatic version. If it was a 5-speed, I'd definitely go ahead and grab the engine harness, but I don't want extra wires hanging in the engine bay once we do the K-swap. Rest in peace, Acura RSX. Hope you keep other ones on the road. 1995 Honda Prelude, looks to be dark green. Now I believe this is SC model because SCs came in dark green. Let's go ahead and check it out. Driver's side door's gone. And I believe this is SE because we have the leather interior right here with the perforated leather. But this seat's in pretty bad shape. That's too bad, but it's just nature of the beast, being these cars are almost 30 years old. Looks like that might be the ECU right there. But yeah, these are some sweet seats right here. Cloth holds up better than leather. If you don't take care of these leather and keep them conditioned and moisturized, but that's just what happens. Let's go take a look at that passenger seat just for curiosity. Yeah, this is definitely an SE. It's got those directional 5-spoke wheels on it. Now the back of the passenger seat, it's in pretty good shape. Now if it wasn't for the cut right there, this thing would be in great shape. As you can see, the back side's not bad. This thing could probably clean up. I mean, a little bit of wear right there. Bolster's not worn too bad right there. Driver's side is in bad shape, and trying to find a mint driver's side is gonna be impossible. 2004 Honda Accord Coupe, looks to be black color. Originally this thing was red. Why would you paint this car black when it was originally red? I have no idea. Does have the K24 in there, and take a look at the throttle body, a lot of corrosion and whatnot, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass up on this one. Let's go check some others. 2005 Accord Coupe in gray. Looks to have the V6 motor. No good. Let's keep moving. 2005 Honda Accord sedan. Looks to be in black color. I'm not sure if this is a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder, but just check out how close these things are butt together with the forklift drivers. I mean, I can't even work on there, so I'm not even gonna bother popping the hood on this. Let's keep checking other ones. 2005 Honda Accord sedan in black. K24. And we got the throttle body right here. Basically, someone has done me the honor of cutting off this front end, repairing their Accord. Now, I see some corrosion right there when someone removed the intake tube, so that's a little bit of a question. Got some rust down there on the connections. I really do need the hardware right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass up on this one. 2005 Honda Accord sedan, dark gray color, K24. Throttle body still in position. You see the water accumulation right there at the butterfly valve. Someone has already removed that plastic intake tube, which damaged that thing, so I'm gonna pass up on this. Plus on top of that, they disconnect electrical right there, so water's accumulating right there on the electrical connector. 2005 Honda Accord, looks to be in green color. Let's go ahead and check the engine. Whoop, surprise, engine transmission's gone. No go. 2004 Honda Accord sedan in gold, K24. Intake tube has been cut. Throttle body's right there. A lot of surface rust. Water's accumulated right there on the butterfly valve. I'm gonna go ahead and pass up on this one. 2004 Honda Accord sedan in silver. And we've got a V6, so this is a no-go. 2004 Honda Accord sedan, gold color. Looks got some rear end collision right there, quarter panel damage. K24 is still intact. Let's go ahead and check that throttle body. You see how close this thing is to the other car? I mean, this just drives me nuts. Again, the plastic intake tube that connects the throttle body is missing. I don't know what it is about these Honda Accords, but these plastic intake tubes are always snatched. And there's some corrosion right there on the butterfly valve, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass up on this one. 2004 Acura TSX in the best color, Arctic Blue Pearl. Or what's left of a TSX. Just check out this cutout right here. I mean, they went from the floor all the way up to the roof, on back, cut out the floor right there on the trunk, and man, that is a big cut for that quarter panel. I mean, just look at the structure here on the roof. All that metal right there. Yeah, check that out, guys. Man, it's a lot of structure they cut right there. Just look at that right there on the side by the door. Yeah, it's just crazy to see these cars just cut up in pieces so you can fix other ones, but you know, it's a good thing. Keep other ones on the road. 2004 Honda Accord sedan in silver. Looks to be slammed. Although those spindles are on the wheel well. And we got some Acura TL wheels. And we got the K24, missing air intake tube and missing throttle body. So this is a no-go. 2004 Honda Accord sedan silver, shattered front windshield, back window shattered out, and this is a V6. So this is a no-go. 2012 Acura TSX Sport Wagon. I really love these things. I really like these cars. I was actually thinking about picking one up and doing a manual transmission conversion because these things only came in automatic, sadly. And this one had some heavy front end collision. Just look at those frame rails right there, how bent up they are. Wowzers. Yeah, this is a big impact. Just check right out here on the driver's side. Man, this thing is just toast. Obviously the engine transmission has already been yanked out. Going to another car. It's got some cool silver roof rails right there. Got the black interior, seats are gone, airbag deployed obviously. It's not too bad of a dashboard design. I'm not too sure how complex this is to do a manual transmission conversion. I heard that there's a lot of electrical work, so I'm not quite sure. Have to do some more research on that. But this would be a cool project, doing a manual transmission conversion, putting some coilovers on it, some nice rims and tires, tinting the windows out. Man, this would be a great daily driver. Now here's something you won't see every day at the pick and part. This is a Jaguar XJR. I think this car was close to $100,000, if not past it. Let's go ahead and check out the inside real quick. Got some real dark tinted windows right there. XJR. Very small door handles, by the way. And here's the interior of a Jaguar XJR. Very simple and has held up pretty well given its age. Still has unique wheels in place. And we've got front end collision. I'm not even gonna bother popping the hood on this thing because I don't wanna cut myself. 1996 Jaguar XJR, rest in peace. Okay, here's the junkyard list I printed out the night before. I'm looking for 02 to 04 Acura RSXs, and I can only find 3 on the list here. And then moving on to the Accord CB9s, I was able to actually find 2 of them in the yard. So that 415 has been on this inventory for about 6 months. I believe it's a computer glitch. Probably should call them up and tell them to take off the list. And then here on the bottom of the list, we have a lot of 2003 to 2005 Honda Accords. Now the ones in the X's indicate that the plastic intake tube is removed and there's corrosion on the butterfly valve, so we're going to go ahead and pass on that. Some of them are V6s, some are removed. So we'll go ahead, continue our search for some K-swap parts. Okay, just as I was about to lose hope on finding a throttle body, here's this 2004, fresh out of processing. Still had the plastic air intake tube connected. And the gentleman here working on this thing, removing the radiator, was actually helpful enough to help me remove that throttle body so that I can get out of the way. And here we have it, K24 throttle body with the throttle cables. Thing looks like it's in great shape, very minimal rust, if that. Connectors aren't corroded, butterfly valve is spotless. So yeah, we got success today. Okay, now keep in mind, when you're getting a Honda Accord throttle body for your K-swap, you want to go ahead and grab this bracket right here, which holds in throttle cables. So go ahead and loosen these 2 bolts with a 12mm, and then you got some 10mm hold on to the intake manifold. Now we just need this bracket for the throttle cables. Okay, I just heard back from Matthew of Michigan. He does in fact want to get that rear molding, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the interior door panel and get my pliers, pull the clips, and carefully pry that molding strip off the door. And a few minutes later, after removing the inside door panel, went ahead and got the door molding off in one piece. You just gotta take your time. These things are very fragile, being 30+ years old. So here's the door molding piece right here. And as you can see, the previous owner repainted the thing black. So I asked Matthew if he's cool with stripping this thing down and whatnot. So he says, go ahead and grab it. So here it is. Got all the clips too intact, which is very rare because these clips are known to snap. So Matthew, hope you're gonna be happy with this door molding I got, because these things are hard to find. Alrighty guys, that wraps up the junkyard tour visit for the day, and I'd say we were partially successful. We got the K24 throttle body from a 2004 Honda Accord that was just fresh out of processing. This thing is in immaculate shape, rust-free, butterfly valves in good shape, and all the connectors. So this is the first piece of the puzzle for our K24 swap. Now, if you guys like these types of junkyard tour visits, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.